How you doing, guys and gals? This is Doug Wilson at Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. This is going to be another client offerings video. It's still pretty hot in my area. Like, I don't know, it's like 90 degrees today and humid. I really don't like doing reviews and outdoor stuff unless it's fairly cool outside. I don't like hot weather. And I especially don't like humid weather. I spent some time in Costa Rica, and I'm telling you what, I couldn't wait to leave that place. So hot, humid, just not my favorite environment. I like cold weather camping, wilderness backpacking, survival, wilderness living. I like to do that in, you know, cooler temperatures and cold temperatures. So the reviews and whatnot are going to happen during that time. All the outdoor stuff, the Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors rendezvous, the Sub-Zero rendezvous, that's all going to happen in the winter, fall and winter. We have one coming up. I'm pretty sure this rendezvous is going to be the first weekend in November, I think. We have a site up. Contact Mike McGowan. He knows on Facebook. He knows exactly. It's either the first weekend or the third weekend of November. I think it's the first weekend, like the 3rd of November. We're going to be on the Appalachian Trail. We got probably 8 to 10 definite people coming right now from all over the U.S. So if you guys are interested, drop me a line and I'll point you in the direction of where to go to ask. I'll answer your questions. It's just that Mike McGowan started this thing and he's like the go-to information guy for it. So, and Bob Bieschke, my buddy Bob Bieschke, but he's not on some of the forums, so Mike would be a more consistent point of contact. Anyway, for this video, as you all are aware, maybe you're not aware, I used to be a leather worker. Plain and simple, I love working with leather and animal hide. I've made all kinds of things during my lifetime. Mostly Native American motif stuff. Pouches, shirts, moccasins, stuff like that. I have a Native American background, and my joy is really doing the leather work and bead work. I don't have any here. It's up in my room. I would show it to you, but they're posted all over Facebook. Those pictures of my leather work. Anyway, I want to show you this pouch real quick. This pouch was made by Don Gamber. Don Gamber gave, sent this to me. Absolutely gorgeous. He did a great job. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I paid for this one. So that's how much I liked it. Let me show that to you. Anyway, so back to, I do hide and leather work. Well, I'm starting to get back into that. I want to relive some of those days, bring that back into a spirit of being with Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. So a lot of guys have asked me over the years to build stuff like this. I really don't see it happening out there. Leather over Kydex. I'm sure there's a couple of guys doing it, but I've been asked, is it possible to put leather over Kydex? In the past, I've tried to sway guys away from that because number one, it's a pain in the ass to do this. It really is, and to make it look good. Now, I have the ability to do it. I can make it look great, but it is a pain in the ass. This sheath right here, which is going to Mike, gosh, I'm terrible at this shit. I really am. Mike, I'm sorry. Mike Morgan. Mike Morgan. I'm trying to stop that looking up on the phone stuff. Somebody made a comment about, you know, it takes time or whatever. That's just me being a human being on these videos. Mike Morgan was the high bid on this sheath. It's for Becker BK7. It is full grain leather, wax impregnated, and I do that myself. I start with oil tanned leather. Not oil tanned, but oiled leather. And it is veg tanned at first. Then it's oiled. You know, essential oils are put back into it. And then I wax impregnate it. I put wax into the hide so that it's very weather-worthy. That's one of my biggest problems with leather. It gets wet, and when it gets wet, it gets heavy, it molds, it mildews. When it dries out, it starts to crack and dry rot. I try to prevent that by what I'm doing. However, it is still leather. It's still a natural material, and it's probably eventually going to get wet if it's in the rain long enough. The water beads off of this right now. If you continue to treat it with Snow Seal once a month or so and then buff it off, it'll stay that way. It'll repel water very well. So anyway, for the Becker BK7, full grain leather over a fully functioning Kydex sheath. Just want to show it to you. This one has fringe. I like fringe. As long as it's short fringe like this, it doesn't get in the way. It just looks cool. And it gives it that Western, outdoorsy, Indian, Native American style, you know, trapper look. A lot of trappers, a lot of pioneers had fringe on their leather sheaths. So there it is. Full leather over a full Kydex sheath. You don't believe me? Doesn't get any better than that. Alright, there's that. Here's another one. This one's also, as soon as I post these, someone PMs me and says, hey, I want to buy that. It's happened 2 or 3 times now. So if I post something and you want it, contact me. I'll sell it to you. Unless it's already sold. Unless it's already for a client. This one's going out to Christopher Earl of Black Rifle Survival. He has a YouTube channel. Check him out. I have not watched his channel yet, so I have no idea what it's about. Survival, Black Rifle Survival on YouTube. He contacted me and said, hey man, I really want that sheath for the Fallkniven F1. Full leather over a full Kydex sheath. It doesn't have a super click, but it has great retention. The reason it doesn't have a super click that you can hear is because of the rubber handles. I'm getting retention on rubber. That muffles it. So, but it still has great retention, no problem. I've also included, no I haven't, there's no combat lock on this one. It didn't need one. Anyway, there it is. Fallkniven F1. Same thing, full grain leather, wax impregnated, oil treated, very weather worthy, but you still have to take care of it. You still have to take care of it. It's leather. It's fine leather. Okay, so there's those two. Full leather over full Kydex sheath. I don't know anyone else who's doing it, although I've heard there are a couple of guys doing it. It's the best I can do with that. I've been a leather worker a long time, so I figured I'd, you know, bring it back into the fold because guys are always asking about it. Mike Pafford. This is his necker for, this is an LT Wright. It looks like a Great Plainsman without scales. It's called a skeleton necker or something like that. Alright. A little bit of a click there. The smaller the knife, the less pronounced the click, but it still has great retention. No rattle. This is ATAX FG. This was from Mike Pafford. It's got a double waterman's knot lanyard on it that he can adjust. You can adjust these. Pull it back, you know. Okay, pretty neat. Mike Pafford. Next one is for, look, and I wrote these down for you guys. This was for Heath Ristow. Heath Ristow. Double waterman's knot lanyard. Again, this is a Tops MSK 2.5 mini Scandi. This makes a great neck knife. This is one of the Tops knives that I like for a necker. And it's not too heavy. It looks heavy, but I'll tell you, it would make a great necker. Guys are on point when it comes to putting this in a necker sheath. It's a good idea, I think. So he wanted my fold-out ferro rod sheath. So here it is, Mandrake. And then on the back, there's a fold-out ferro rod that you fold out, and you use the entire sheath as the handle. That's one of the problems with ferro rods. They're hard to get a hold of. That's one of the biggest downfalls to ferro rods. That's why guys go with them big honking ones. Well, with this sheath, you don't have to go with a big honking ferro rod. This is a 5/16 inch ferro rod, thick enough for thousands and thousands of strikes. Use the whole sheath as the handle. It works great. Not just because I'm the designer and builder of it. It just works great. And then I got a striker incorporated into it if you need it. Just undo the screw. It's easy to get out. You can use anything. A multi-tool I would recommend. You know, undo the screw, take it off. Because the fact of the matter is, if you need to use this, really need to use it in a survival situation, you're going to find a way of getting that screw out of there. You know, just, and the other thing is you don't have to use the striker. You can use the spine of your knife or whatever. It's there if you need it. That's all. There if you need it. If you want to take it off and put it on the lanyard, you're more than welcome to do that. No problem. So a lot of versatility in these sheaths. It will also accept a large tech lock. So you can wear it in belt carry too. Just take all this stuff off. There's enough hardware that you can use a tech lock with it. Okay, there it is. This one also has a combat lock on it. This screw right here is the combat lock. You screw it down to increase the retention. Screw it the other way to reduce the retention. So I give you the ability to increase the retention if you want to. There it is. Heath Ristow. Next one is for Thomas Barnett. Thomas Barnett. This is a Kumatak RI from Tops. It's the Kumatak RI 3.5. I don't have any experience with this blade, so I don't know how it chops. I would imagine it would chop fairly well. If I can't say anything absolutely positive about it because I have experience with it, I won't say anything about it at all. It looks like a nice knife. It looks like a nice, you know, backwoods chopper. Okay, there's that Kumatak RI 3.5, and I piggybacked on that the Backwoods Skinner from Tops. And Thomas Barnett, if you're watching this video, brother, and I hope you are, I hope you're subscribed to the channel. This is how you get this out. You put your fingers around it. Now, when you put your fingers around this, it automatically lifts it up off the sheath. It's already lifted up enough that you can get your fingers around it. I don't lift them up too far because I don't want all that bulk. So you just put your hands around the handle, put your thumb on the thumb ramp, pull and pull back. Okay? You pull backwards on this one to get it out. You can pull it straight out, but it's easier if you pull backwards. Okay? So anyway, you'll get the hang of it. There it is. His ferro rod on the front. His 511 tactical flashlight. Tech lock. Baldric carry, the whole works. Cryptek Hollander and Coyote 093. This is military grade. Next one. This one's for Gary Lance. This is for, I don't have the knife. This is for the Cold Steel Srk CPM 3V version. It's the Super Steel version of the Cold Steel Srk. Let me see if I can find it. Anyway, this is the Carbon V version, but this is what the Srk looks like. Now this is a different configuration than the CPM 3V, so it doesn't fit in here like the CPM 3V version does. But this is what the knife looks like. This is a Cold Steel Srk. Great knife. I carried one when I was in the service. Great knife. Okay, so there's that one. I gotta hurry up with this, man. This one's for Jason Bard. This is his JX4 Bushbat EDC. Carbon fiber, ferro rod carrier, tech lock at a 45, or any other way you want to put it on there. There it is. Bushbat JX4. Jason Baird. Alright, that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to show you for now. This is Doug Wilson, Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.